In this video, we are going to make a simple scalping Forex robot, automated trading system, trading software, Forex robot, whatever you choose to call it. Unlike the videos that we've posted recently, you can watch those videos after watching this video. We have used a free online EA builder called FXEAbuilder.com. It's a free platform where you can build Forex robots, automated trading systems for MT4 and MT5. But today we are actually going to be using FXDREEMA. It's one of the popular EA builders out there, and it's free if you are going to be making robots for MetaTrader 4. If you're going to make Forex robots for MetaTrader 5, then you definitely want to pay a little sum. It's not much, but so if you want free stuff, then you unfortunately on FXDREEMA you can only make Forex robots for MetaTrader 4. That's why I also use that platform that you can see in the other videos on this channel, especially if I want to make stuff for MT5, because it's also free for MT5 there. But it's not much that you can pay for to be able to use MT5 on FXDREEMA as well. But the theme of this channel is everything for free, which is, by the way, if you are looking for Forex robots, indicators, systems, everything for free, there are links in the description box below. Go visit those links and see if you cannot find what you are looking for. Many people also ask me about the broker that I use. Their link is in the description box below. I believe because you can start trading with $5, just $5 in your account, they are good for Forex building Forex robots. If you want to test robots in real market conditions, live account, you can sign up with them. It's just $5. You can go in and you can test your robots after creating them here. So let's get back to the video. The indicator, the robot that we're going to be making today actually utilizes a common theme or concept idea in trading. What it usually entails is looking for 3 identical candles that are going in one direction as an indication of some momentum. For example, here we have 3, or we can even start there. We have 3 identical bullish candles there, indicate bearish, not bullish, bearish candles indicating bearish momentum. In the ideal world, that should tell us something about the market. We have 3 identical bullish candles there, and we ended up continued going up, some indication of upward momentum. There are many examples that you can find. You can even see here we had these 3 bullish candles, and we continued going up. Does it always work? Of course, is Forex trading. Everything doesn't always follow the textbook. But well, if you can get some good trades from this, then good for you. But in the real world, in Forex, we all know that sometimes it doesn't always follow the textbook. So don't come back and harass me on my channel if you go and start trading 3 bearish candles or 3 bullish candles and you lose money. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it works. That's why we want to automate that concept, that idea, so that we are not always on our charts looking for these 3 candles in a row. So you get the idea from charts, the idea, the concept, the basic concept. Whether it works or it doesn't, well, that's another thing. So the first thing that I usually want to do when you log into FXStreamer, if you are new to it, usually there's going to be some random things here. You're just going to right click and delete all those things and just clear your board. What I usually do to start off things is to, this is where you get the blocks. So it was here all along. Uh, Before I can start trading, I want my robot to check that there are no trades, because I want the robot to only take a single trade. A single trade. If there are not, if there are trades, if you don't set some of these conditions, let's say there is a condition, a trade already running on that pair with this same robot, it's going to continue making new trades, new trades, new trades, new trades. If you want that, well, that's fine. But what I want is to only trade one entry per signal. So I want the robot to first check on that particular pair, that particular chart, that particular time frame, that it has not yet placed a trade. If it has placed a trade and that trade is currently running, then on a new signal it's not going to place a trade. So first of all, I want the robot to check for any running trades. Then the second thing is I'm going to want the robot to now look for conditions, that's the signals. So our strategy is going to be dependent on what they call bulls in a row or bears in a row, which is essentially this: three candles in a row, three identical candles in a row, which supposedly means momentum. It doesn't always work like they say it in the textbook, but anyway, what the heck, let's have fun. So what you want to then do is you want to link not that, this, sorry, getting rusty. So this is how you actually make robots in FXDREEMA. It's just a matter of putting on the blocks and linking them. That's how easy it is. There is no coding required, no hard thinking required. So after doing everything, then you just go and what? You export your robot. Everything else, the coding and the codes behind this has already been coded for you. You just drag and drop and link things. That's how you do it. That's why we love it. So now you double click. We want to set our conditions. Signal type, you might leave it at continuous, or you want to look for, to limit the amount of signals that you get once per bar. And you can always tick these boxes on the side. These are inputs that when you load your robot the side, you can actually be able to change the parameters of that robot or indicator right in MT4 without coming back to FXDREEMA or going to your meta editor. So just tick these boxes so that you can simply add your things when you are in MetaTrader 4. Okay, just for convenience. Now for a signal, once per candle, we want it to look for 3 candles in a row. Because this is bulls in a row, it's going to look for 3 bullish candles in a row. You can actually change it to whatever you want. Maybe you can bring it out to 2, or you can actually go back to 6, whatever you choose. But maybe we can keep it at 3. Then here, minimum body size, and it's in pips. What we are saying is sometimes you're going to get these candles in a row, but they are too small. Does that really indicate momentum? It's then up to you to decide. Because there we have the small candles. Well, the first one was small, but you get the picture. Some of them are too tiny. So does that indicate momentum? No, it doesn't. So you might actually want to avoid situations like this. Maybe you want to avoid a situation like this or a situation like this. You only want to look for situations like this, where the candles are at least a sizable length in pips to indicate what? Momentum. So this is how you set it. You can leave it at 5, or you can bring it up to maybe what do you think? Maybe 6. So if we get uh, uh, 3 candles, 6, at least 6 pips long, we know that we are in a momentum phase. There is momentum. Then raw model, you can just tick this, and you can always play with it on MetaTrader 4 and see what it does. Symbol, you basically want to set the particular symbol that you want the robot to trade on, or you can leave it blank so that you can trade all pairs that you want. Time frame, same thing. You might want to leave it at current, or you can actually tick that so that if you want to really change current on MetaTrader, the time frame on MetaTrader 4, you can actually be able to do just that. Some people, they'll basically come here and they'll just set whatever time frame they want the robot to trade on, and that's that. It's fixed to only trade M5. It doesn't trade any other time frame. But anyway, we'll leave it at current and we'll just tick that. And candle ID, you might want to set the candle IDs. The last candle will be candle 0, the previous one will be candle 1. So you want the signal to be on which candle. But let's just leave it for now. You can always play with these things on the MetaTrader side. Then you just update. That's it. And again, double click on the bearish side and kind of do the same thing. And we update. Then after we get this signal, that's where we actually set what? Our buys and our sells. So what do you want to do? Do you want it the moment you get this signal? Do you want to get in the market, or do you want to set a pending order? It's up to you. Do you want to get in the market there and there, or do you want to set a pending order? If you want to set a pending order, it's just in case this happens, but then again it turns this way, then it doesn't hit what? You don't lose money because you are not already in the market. You are just a pending order waiting if momentum continues going up. Or you can say, I'll gamble and I'll just go in. So that's what you also need to decide. So we might say buy pending order. And here we'll say, no, this one, right click and delete. We'll say we are going to use pending orders in case things do not go our way. So we just link those again. We link them. We double click them to set our. So now we are going to set price offset. Where do you want the pending order to be? There it's in pips. Again, we love ticking our inputs so that we don't always come back to FXDREEMA to set things up. You can change things right in MetaTrader 4. So we are going to have a pending order at what distance from the ask price? At what distance? When we see this signal, our robot is to set a pending order at what distance? Do you want it too close, or do you want to give it enough room so that only momentum can come and hit that pending order? If you set it too close, obviously it might be hit and then price starts going back down. Or if you enter right there and there, price might not go your direction and you actually lose the trade. So maybe you want to make it a certain distance where only momentum can truly reach that level and trigger that trade. So that's what we mean by this. And then so maybe you can leave it at 20 pips from the ask price. When the signal is generated, it's going to send to give you what a pending order at 20 pips. Then money management, obviously we want to use a fixed volume, but you can try any of these, but I would prefer usually fixed volume. That's the lot sizing that you can use. Again, we have ticked there so that we can be able to change the lot sizing that we can use, and just play with some of these things. In terms of stop loss, we are going to use fixed pips as our stop loss. There are many more options there, but we are going to use 50. Our stop loss is going to be at 50 pips. Our take profit is going to be at 50 pips as well. That's where our take profit is going to be. You can bring it down, you can play with it. Again, we have ticked our inputs, so no problem with that. Another thing is you can actually get an expiration. Let's say we have set that pending order and it did not get hit. We can say we want it to expire. We can say it will expire that when we change the trading day, or we can customize it or a specific time. So you just choose what you want to do. What time do you custom? How many minutes do you want that pending order to remain there? If it doesn't get triggered. If it doesn't get triggered, maybe it then expires and you continue on your merry way. Or you can let it expire. If it's not triggered by the next trading day, it must just fall away. Or a specific time that you wanted, maybe 1 hour. After 1 hour, that pending order has been placed. You want that pending order, if it's not expired, to be removed from your chart. Or you can set it in minutes. Or you can simply tick some of these inputs so that you can actually change according to the changes that you see on your chart. So maybe we say we remove the hour. Maybe we say if then the pending order is not triggered in the next 15 minutes, we want it to be taken off our chart. Then we update and we come and roughly do the same thing that we do there. We do it this way. So again, we just tick there. Again, that's basically what we did. And we say 15. Again, we just tick those. And okay, so basically everything that we do on this side, we do this side. Then another thing that we want to do is to set our trailing stop and our break even. I usually love to break even or trail my trade. So what we are going to do, instead of trailing every trade, what we just want to do is the robot to just manage everything that it has placed, not just to place them on individual buys or trades, or you can do that, but we just want the robot to manage all trades. So we just take this block and we put it there, we double click it, and what do we want to trail? Basically, we want to trail the stop loss. We tick that. There's no really need to tick it, but we just tick it for fun. Fixed pips. Our trailing stop is actually at 50 if you're paying attention, but anyway, we just tick some of those things in case anything breaks and we want to just correct the inputs when we are on MetaTrader 4. Then trailing step. Trailing step, basically we want our basically trailing step. Let's say our stop loss is here. What we mean by trailing step is, let me change the color on this so that things are different. Let's say that's our entry. Let's make this blue so that it's our TP. This is that's just theoretical. Let's say our TP is there, our stop loss is here, this is our entry. What we mean by trailing step is we want price to have moved a certain distance from our entry before this trailing stop gets triggered. So that's what the trailing stop is. And from then, we also want, as it continues to move, we want it, when it moves a certain distance again, the trailing stop gets moved. When it moves a certain number of pips, the trailing stop gets moved. It moves a certain number of pips, the trailing stop gets moved. So that's what we mean by trailing step. So you can set it to whatever suits your bot. Maybe we can set it again. I've ticked this so that we are able to change it on the other on MetaTrader 4 or Meta Editor without coming back to FXDREEMA. Then reset the stop on new trade. Do you want to set the stop on new trade? I don't know exactly what they mean on here, but we'll just tick some of these things so that we can change them on the side of MetaTrader. Okay, then we update. After you've done this, you have done basically everything that you needed to do with this robot. There are many other things that you can add, but you basically have a robot you can use to trade now. So now you just basically have to go out to your, let's go here, name our robot. What are we going to name our robot? Today is Easter Saturday, so we're just going to call it Easter robot. Easter robot, because today is Easter Saturday and we are making robots on Easter Saturday. So Easter robot. And after that done, then you actually go to MQ4, or if you don't want people to look at your code, you can simply export the EX4 file. So just click on any one of those, it doesn't matter. You can see there, that's the code for our Easter robot. So I didn't want to make this robot too long. I think in the next video we are just going to we are going to test the robot and we are going to try and tweak it. But hopefully you learned something in this video. Subscribe for the next few videos. If you have any questions regarding creating robots like this, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Like the video, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Otherwise, until next time, bye.